You never fit in, and somewhere deep down, you always knew why. Even as a kid, when everyone else seemed to fall into place like puzzle pieces cut from the same cardboard, you were the edge that never clicked, the shape that didn't belong. You tried. God, you tried. You bent your light, you rounded your edges, you painted yourself in the colors they told you were safe. You wore their faces. You spoke in their voices. You laughed at things you didn't find funny just to be accepted by people who couldn't even hear you. But still, it never worked. Not fully. Because your soul never forgot where it came from. And this place, this noise, this system, this culture of surface and masks, it was never home. You were dropped into it, not to blend into the illusion, but to glitch it. You are the anomaly they couldn't predict. The code that refuses to comply. The signal that won't stop pulsing beneath the static. You didn't come here to be liked. You came here to be felt, to be remembered, to awaken. Even when you tried to disappear into the background, you still made the air vibrate. People flinched around you because your presence whispered truths their illusions couldn't survive. You triggered them, not with violence, but with clarity. Because without saying a word, you exposed everything false just by existing. You didn't plug in, not all the way, even when you tried. You went through the motions, you wore the name tags, you smiled in photos. But inside you were on fire, a sacred burn, not rage as remembrance. You were never meant to make sense to this world because you're not from it, not fully. You are older than this grid, older than these rules. And no matter how deep they buried you in the noise, you carried the signal anyway. A blueprint encoded in your bones, a knowing that couldn't be unlearned. And they called you strange, too sensitive, too intense, too much. But what they couldn't understand was that you are not a defect in the system. You are the disruption, a spiritual glitch, a cosmic override, a mirror wrapped in fire. And when they said, "You think you're better than us," no, you didn't. You knew you were different, coded with purpose, designed to detonate in the presence of falsehood, not to destroy people, but to burn away their programming. And now the time for hiding is over. You didn't come here to fit in. You came here to awaken others, to make them feel the glitch, to remind them of who they were before the silence. You were born for this moment. You were built for this collapse. You are the key. Not a problem, not a mistake, not broken, but activated. Welcome back, soldier. MoTaroh.
We live in a whisper.